Have you ever met someone who walks into a room and just changes the air? Someone so full of life, confidence, and pure, unshakable nerve that they can turn misery into chaos and chaos into joy? Today, we're diving into the story of one of the most spectacular heroines in literature. She's not just a character. She's a Category 5 hurricane in silk and petticoats. This is the story of how one woman, with a mischievous monkey, a pearl-handled pistol, and a whole lot of audacity, single-handedly saved a family that was drowning in its own gloom. So, grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let me tell you about the magnificent, the meddling, the truly Grand Sophy. Our story begins not with Sophie, but with the house she's about to invade. Picture this: a grand London mansion on Berkeley Square, but inside there is no life. This is the home of the Rivenhalls, a family suffocating under the rigid rule of the eldest son, Charles. Now, Charles isn't your typical villain. He's handsome, he's intelligent, and he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders after his father gambled away their fortune. But that weight has crushed all the warmth out of him, leaving a cold, overbearing tyrant in its place. And trust me, tyrant is putting it mildly. His fiancée, Miss Eugenia Raxton, is, well, she's the human equivalent of a disapproving sniff. Under their icy reign, the family is falling apart. Poor Aunt Fanny, the mother, is a bundle of nerves, startled by her own shadow. The beautiful sister, Cecilia, is a ghost in her own home, being pushed into a loveless marriage while secretly pining for a poet who is, let's be real, absolutely terrible. And hapless Hubert, the youngest brother, is in a world of trouble, crippling debt to a ruthless moneylender and a secret, disastrous engagement. This house is a pressure cooker of misery, just waiting to explode. And then a letter arrives. Sophie's father, a diplomat, is off to Brazil and needs a place for his daughter to stay. Charles, picturing a quiet little country mouse, grudgingly agrees. It was the greatest mistake he ever made. Sophie's arrival is an invasion of light and life. She's not small or shy. She's tall, stunningly beautiful, and radiates a confidence that borders on alarming. She doesn't just enter the house, she conquers it, complete with her own horses, a mischievous greyhound, and Jacko, a pet monkey, who immediately sees the curtains as his personal climbing frame. The clash with Charles is immediate. It's like watching ice meet fire. He is horrified. She is amused. He lays down the law. She smiles and does exactly as she pleases. He tells her she can't possibly drive her ridiculously sporty carriage in London. The next day, she's out on the street, handling it with more skill than he's ever seen. Sophie takes one look at this miserable, broken family and decides, with the cheerful efficiency of a battlefield general, nope, this won't do at all. And so, the Grand Sophy's schemes begin. Mission 1. Liberate Cecilia. Sophie befriends her sad cousin, and instead of offering useless sympathy, she takes action. She arranges a meeting with Cecilia's beloved poet, knowing full well that the reality of this self-absorbed, preening man will shatter any romantic illusion. It works perfectly. Mission 2. Rescue Hubert. She corners Hubert, and with her direct, no-nonsense gaze, gets him to spill everything. The debts, the moneylender, the whole mess. While Hubert is panicking, Sophie's eyes are gleaming. This isn't a disaster. It's a thrilling puzzle to be solved. And Mission 3. Undermine Charles's terrible engagement. Sophie wages a subtle war against the dreadful Eugenia. She tells lively stories that make Eugenia look like a prude. She engages Charles in debates that challenge him, infuriate him, and intrigue him. For the first time, Charles is face to face with a woman who is his equal, and he has absolutely no idea what to do about it. All of Sophie's plans come to a head in the most audacious, chaotic, and frankly, brilliant scene imaginable. She decides to solve everyone's problems at once by taking Hubert and Cecilia to confront the ruthless moneylender, Mr. Goldhanger, in his own house. The air crackles with tension. Goldhanger threatens Hubert. He laughs in Sophie's face when she demands he return the death note. He thinks he holds all the power. He's wrong. Because that's when Sophie, with perfect calm, reaches into her little handbag. She doesn't point it at his heart. Oh no. Sophie is far more practical than that. She aims it steadily at his arm, and in a voice as cool as ice, she informs him that while killing him would be a terrible inconvenience, she is a crack shot and would have no trouble shattering his arm, ensuring he could never sign another wicked contract again. It is the ultimate mic drop moment. The poet faints, Hubert is terrified, and Goldhanger, faced with a determined young woman who's clearly not bluffing, furiously surrenders. Sophie has won, but the final battle is at home. Charles is in a towering rage. But as the secrets and truths of his broken family are finally shouted out into the open, he sees everything clearly. He sees Eugenia for the bitter woman she is, and he sees Sophie for the brilliant, chaotic force of life he desperately needs. He breaks the engagement. Later, he finds Sophie alone. He tries to propose out of a sense of duty, offering to manage her. Sophie, who will be managed by no one, furiously turns him down. And that's when his pride finally shatters. He grabs her, and the kiss? Oh, the kiss is everything they've been fighting against and wanting all along. It's fire and fury and finally a complete surrender. He tells her he doesn't want to control her. He loves her because she is maddening, impossible, and magnificent. And that is the proposal she was waiting for. And so, the Rivenhall family was transformed. Laughter finally filled the halls of that gloomy house on Berkeley Square, all thanks to one spectacular, unstoppable force of nature. So, what do you think? Is Sophie the greatest heroine you've never heard of? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more dives into the greatest stories ever told. Thanks for watching.